Welcome everybody to Bader Gymnasium. I'm Mike Gay alongside Chris Bath. Chris, we're in for a Division I matchup for the Westwood Wolverines taking on the Bridgewater-Raynham Trojans. Nothing like playing some quality teams to try to strengthen your schedule.
Well, coming in with 2 wins so far in the season, the Wolverines, they do need some strengthening. They need something to kind of jumpstart this. It's been a disjointed holiday. They had the tournament, did Westwood, hosting that, going 1-1, winning the consolation game against Sharon and losing the opening round against Hingham. So a win here would really boost their morale, their confidence level as we move into the real heart of the season.
Yeah, and this is effectively a rescheduled game. Friday's game was snowed out. So we're here on a Sunday night at Bader Gymnasium.
That's Doug Alves running the point. We got already a stoppage of play. Shot clock was not operating. So they're setting that down to 5 seconds as we've run 5 seconds off the game clock. Doug Alves, who I'm going to assume is the son of the head coach for the Trojans, Doug Alves, running the point, it looks like, early on. So we get reorganized. It's number 3, Connor Rubenskis, inbounding the ball.
Talking to Steve St. Martin before the game, definitely Doug Alves as well as number 11, Darius Hippolyte, 2 players that Westwood really needs to contain in this game.
Swinging the ball around the perimeter to get it down low. Kick out to Hippolyte, his shot no good. Good boards there, offensive, but it's knocked around. John Ng comes up with it. Turgeon on the move.
Turgeon, a sophomore, along with Ng. 2 sophomores starting 5 for Westwood.
Reed Wilson looking to open the scoring from deep. No good. Thomas Herbert in there with the rebound, fighting for the ball with Tony Fernandez. And Westwood gets the ball on possession. Nick Anderson looking to inbound the ball. Looking for Turgeon, can't find him. Finds Wilson instead.
Yeah, that was a little bit impatient from Anderson. He had Jonathan Ng cutting to the hoop wide open. Missed an easy bunny, but hopefully Westwood can convert here. Little dribble handoff for Westwood at the top of the key.
Trying to get it down low to Herbert. Can't get inside. Loses the dribble. Hook shot off the board and in.
Yeah, and Thomas Herbert was actually in jail there. He was jeopardized in the 3-second call. Had to put it up off the glass, and it was good. Westwood 2-0 early. 6 minutes and 46 seconds to play.
Hippolyte deep, no good. Anderson loses the fight for the rebound to Rubenskis, and they're going to reset. Good passing, but goes incomplete, the final one, and the Wolverines come up with it. Turgeon back the other way. Herbert trying to back down his man. Inside to Wilson, nothing there. Goes out of bounds off the Trojans, Westwood ball.
So Westwood with 3 of their 4 captains starting. Reed Wilson, Thomas Herbert, and Nick Anderson. Owen Gaffney, the other captain. So 3 seniors and 2 sophomores for Westwood. Nick Anderson comes up shooting.
Ball tipped around by Herbert, come up by Wilson. Back to Wilson, his shot no good.
Rebound by number 21, Sam Brown.
2-0 our score early on in the first. They get it down low, baseline. Cut off there. In no man's land is Tony Fernandez.
Thomas Herbert came up with a block.
Quick the other way is Turgeon off his own knee. It's going to be Trojan ball.
West will go into the full court zone press here.
Westwood going with a bit of a big lineup here with Jonathan Ng, the sophomore, playing as a big position, and only 1 true guard out there in Jack Turgeon.
Westwood in a 2-3 defense, mixing in man-to-man and some zone.
Deep from 3, no good. Wilson comes up.
Nick Anderson, nice cut to the hoop.
Left-handed layup, no, won't fall. Fernandez gets the rebound, gets it to Alves quickly, back the other way to the Trojans.
Yeah, Fernandez with 3 rebounds already for the Trojans.
Hippolyte shot, no good. John Ing underneath, he was there initially. Passing lane gets closed off. Alves with the ball. He's going up against Turgeon. His layup no good. We're gonna have a foul on Wilson, and the shot is good for Darius Hippolyte. He's gonna go to the line. That opens the scoring for the Trojans, tying the game up 2 apiece.
Yeah, and Hippolyte did a really nice job of getting interior position when Alves cut to the hoop. And Reed Wilson out of position. Rebound comes to Hippolyte. Scored and the foul. Substitution.
First sub is Pat Riley coming in for the Wolverines, and Reed Wilson coming off.
So in this lineup here, Chris, I mean, it just shows you 3 sophomores, 2 seniors.
Easily ahead comes Turgeon. Now he's stuck baseline. Ing with the ball down low, stuffed. Swinging the ball around, open shot for Riley. No good off the back rim. Alves with the board. Quickly ahead to Rubenskis, down low. Shot blocked, no good. It's gonna stay Bridgewater-Raynham basketball.
Yeah, and I think that was the correct call. I think it was off of one of the Westwood players' heads. A little bit of pinball action there.
And we have another sub, Favor Ward Boko, the sophomore, recently brought up from the JV, in for Nick Anderson, the senior. So Westwood going with 4 sophomores on the floor right now. Nice box out by Turgeon. He gets the loose ball rebound. Dribbles it off his knee and loses control. Back the other way.
Yeah, it was a nice play by Jack Turgeon. Great ceiling on the box out. Tried to push it up and it had a little bit of a hesitation, a little stutter step, and went to explode, and unlucky for Westwood.
So 4 sophomores and a senior on the floor for the Wolverines.
Yeah, this is the first time this season that I've witnessed 4 sophomores out there at the same time. But Steve St. Martin, yeah, another foul on Jonathan Ing. Steve St. Martin, very confident in the sophomores' ability, and look at this as a message as well to some of the upperclassmen. You need to up your game.
See Owen Gaffney taking off his shooting shirt. He got an elbow to the left eye, and I think he's sporting some stitches right now. Don't know if that has any bearing on his play time right now.
Yeah, we've got a great cut doctor, so we were able to stitch him up, get him back in there.
Sam Brown's second shot is on the way and good. Extends the lead 5-2 Trojans over the Wolverines. Full court press here. Got to get the ball ahead. They do to Wari Boko over to Ing. Had a layup. Back to Ing. The layup is good.
Great play by Wari Boko. Got the pass from Ing. Got it right back to him for the easy bucket.
Trojans quickly back the other way. Good perimeter defense by the Wolverines. Trying to get the ball down low. They finally do. Gets blocked by Ing. The putback is in by Shane Feeney.
Yeah, right place at the right time for Feeney.
Riley gets the ball from Waraboko quickly ahead to Turgeon. Finds it in the hands of Herbert.
Nice perimeter passing for Westwood.
Looking for that crack in the defense. Turgeon drives, left-handed shot, no good. Misses everything. Loose ball rebound comes up in the hands of Waraboko. Riley's shot, no good. Rebound for the Trojans.
Yeah, that was rebound by Feeney, but Westwood, the shot clock was expiring, so would have been a turnover on a shot clock violation had he not secured the rebound.
Some subs in here.
Skip pass
for the Trojans. So they're playing their second unit largely. That's Jaden Rosario. His shot no good. Wari Boko with the pass. Quickly ahead to Herbert. He gets it to Turgeon. His shot, long range, no good.
Ooh, that's a
dangerous
pass. Again, a coaching moment there. Cardinal sin.
You don't save a ball out of bounds under your opponent's basket.
Something tells me if one of the Westwood players had done that, he would have been very quickly accompanying some of his teammates on the bench.
Get a nice drink of water.
Alves tries to skip it over to Feeney.
Trying to bounce it inside. They get it over to Alves, and he just loses the handle, but conveniently for him, he bounces it off Herbert's legs. And we have Tavalone in the game.
So again, still the 4 sophomore, 1 senior. This time it's Tavalone.
Inbounds pass, foul on the floor. That's a reach-in foul on Jack Turgeon. Did stop an easy layup.
So Chris, what did you do for New Year's?
We didn't do much of anything. It was a quiet night in the Paff household.
Yeah, there you go. The older you get, the more exciting that sounds. Nice rebound by number 3. Oh, nice defense by Warwick Boku over the back.
Connor Rubenskis fighting inside. And we had stepping on the line as a Wolverine as he was holding the ball.
Yeah, he's going to get Turgeon. Yeah, it's a tough foul for Turgeon. They called Turgeon. That could have been one of 3 players for Westwood that cut the foul.
My mistake.
Turgeon will pick up his second.
7-4 our score. Make it 9-4.
Yeah, it's
Westwood can't generate any offense.
Too easy for the Trojans.
McGowan's pass ahead to where Boko's intercepted. Back the Trojans come. Layup is no good. Good block by Tavalone on that shot by Rubenskis, Shane Feeney.
Yeah,
jump ball.
Jump ball will go over to the Trojans. And right now, the Trojans, the full court press is definitely giving Westwood some challenges. Timeout, Westwood. So Steve St. Martin, an uncharacteristic early timeout. Wants to settle things, go over the press break. Did a couple of nice things that the Wolverines did on the press break. They had a couple of open looks. Converted on one of them, a turnover on another. But again, Westwood hanging tough with this Division I opponent, 7-4 here in the first quarter. 1:07 to play.
As we mentioned, Bridgewater-Raynham has a record of 3-2, and so far they have wins against Whitman Hanson and Zavarian and Braintree, and losses coming at the hands of New Bedford, Tech, Boston Academy, and Mansfield. Their most recent game played on New Year's Eve. Interesting day to play a high school basketball game. They lost by 13 to Mansfield.
Yeah, it makes playing on New Year's Eve a very negative experience when you drop a loss.
Especially, come away with a loss on New Year's Eve. That's not what you want.
Yeah, so the Bridgewater-Raynham Trojans last year, Division I, did very, very well. They actually knocked off CM in the sectional semifinals and then ended up losing to Mansfield. So a very strong team here. They've got a lot of seniors back. Westwood scrimmaged them earlier in the season before the season actually started, and pretty balanced. So, if the scrimmage is any indication of the game, it's going to be a back and forth battle.
Well, Westwood's got to find their pulse on offense here. It's 9-4, minute 16 remaining in this opening quarter.
You look at the size out there. Westwood going small here, other than Herbert.
See, Owen Gaffney makes his first appearance, and we forgot to mention James McGowan, the freshman, is in at guard, number 14. So a lot of young faces out there on the floor throughout this game so far for Westwood. They get the ball inside, pass mishandled, quickly picked up by the Trojans. Alves ahead, an errant pass intended for Feeney. And that's going to be a Wolverine ball.
Almost took out, poor student trying to get his homework done. And
McGowan handling point guard duties, trying to get ahead of the timeline. He does. His teammate Tavalone. Gaffney, the jumper's short. He gets his own rebound, trying to kick it out. He does. Tavalone's going to try his chance. No luck.
Nice.
You're going to have a hold against Bridgewater-Raynham.
Yeah, nice job by Thomas Herbert there. Put some pressure going at the rebound. He got held and tried to back tip it to his teammates.
Gaffney looking for somebody. Finds McGowan. Thought of a shot, thought better of it. Now he wants it.
And
He's got it.
James McGowan, his Westwood Basketball Association nickname of shooter, knocks down the corner pocket three.
Shot clock is off as we have 19 seconds left in this quarter. Bridgewater likely to hold on for the last shot. Skipping the ball around the perimeter nicely. Shot is good. That's Jaden Rosario with a 3. 4 seconds remaining. A long court pass. Owen Gaffney comes up short. That'll do it for scoring in this opening quarter. 12-7 our score. Westwood behind to the Bridgewater-Raynham Trojans.
Yeah, and as I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, Westwood playing a Division I opponent, a very successful Division I opponent, holding their own in the first quarter. You know, some nice things from the Westwood team. They were troubled with the press. They seemed to do a little bit better late in the quarter. That corner pocket 3 by the Trojans, a little bit of a backbreaker there, but you're only down 5.
Yeah, they haven't. It's comforting to know they're only down 5, and they really haven't done anything offensively. A lot of their usual producers have not done anything. Wilson, Anderson, Herbert really haven't contributed much at all so far this game. So, like to see them get jump started and help out this effort. Westwood coming in with a 2-5 record, actually, starting the season off with a loss to Norton, then a win against Medfield, and then 2 losses back-to-back to Hopkinton and Dover. And then over the holiday, they had a loss to Hingham in the opening round of their own tournament, and then winning against Sharon 57-47 in the consolation game. So Westwood has had a mixed bag of success and so not as much success against a mixed bag of opponents. So they'd like to get on track here and rattle off a few wins in a row starting tonight against this Division I opponent.
Yeah, so what Bridgewater-Raynham is doing is they're playing a 1-2-2 and effectively they're smothering the guards up high. So look for Westwood. If they can't flash a big to the top of the key, James
Gowan's shot, no good. Chases his own rebound down, tries to. Instead, it goes to the Trojans, back the other way. That's Hippolyte with the ball, number 11. He's a big scoring threat.
Yeah, they did a nice job, though, of containing Hippolyte in the first quarter.
And speaking of him,
yeah, and that wasn't
him from deep.
That wasn't the reverse jinx there.
Taking a long time.
There we go, Nick Anderson going strong to the hoop.
The shot blocked. He got cut off effectively by Tony Fernandez. Didn't quite know what to do with it. Felt he had to shoot it anyway. 15-7 our score. Bridgewater out in front. And that's going to be a backcourt violation.
So what Steve St. Martin probably talked to the team about is, again, with that 1-2-2, everything is all pressure. Every time the guards touch the ball, it's pressure. So look for some dribble penetration, try to get by that first line of defense, or one of the bigs will flash to the foul line. Dish it to the big, and then good things will happen. But Westwood really having trouble with the 1-2-2.
They are pressuring the ball, swinging it around to the weak side. Gaffney's shot no good. Good effort there, but it comes up Bridgewater hands nonetheless. That's Jack Armstrong, 42 in the game for the Trojans. He's got the ball now. Hippolyte, deep, no good. Herbert with a nice rebound. This trapping on the ball is really causing problems. Nick Anderson's, we're gonna have a foul on Hippolyte. Nick Anderson was trapped with the ball. It almost seems like they're confused, like they don't know the trap is coming. You have to expect it. They've been doing it for most of this game. You have to know what you're doing with the ball as the ball's coming to you. When in this type of situation, you can't just wait and react. You need to know. You need to have a plan. Gaffney trapped as he loses his dribble. Inside to Anderson. Bump. You got a foul on the shot. And that's going to be on Connor Rubenskis.
Yeah, it was a nice interior play. Again, if the big comes to that foul line, a lot of good things will happen. They got it to Anderson. Anderson went strong to the hoop.
Strong to the hoop is never a bad thing.
Nope. Took the contact, tried to finish.
Cannot find the bottom of this basket.
Yeah, something that's plagued Westwood early in the season. Uncharacteristic of a Steve St. Martin team. They've struggled from the foul line. Second one is good.
Cuts the lead to 7, 15-8 our score. Quickly ahead are the Trojans. Really moving the ball nicely against these Wolverines, who find themselves scrambling on defense to catch up to the basketball. Long pass ahead to Turgeon, tries to go inside, intercepted. That was obviously not the pass, but the play. We're gonna have a steps there. And he puts up a mild argument.
The Euro step, you know, a lot of the MIA officials not quite.
No, they're not buying into that. Gaffney gets it to Turgeon. He's going to try a 10-footer. No good. Still cannot find these baskets.
Yeah, it was a nice rebound by number 44, Carl Elkins, just into the game for the Trojans. Hippolyte from downtown knocks it.
That's good.
And
coming up limping.
Yeah, he came down on Turgeon's ankle.
He's moving gingerly. Turgeon moving past him. Getting some fight. They're fighting each other down those. We're going to have a foul on Hippolyte.
Yeah, it's going to be Hippolyte's second. Now, Hippolyte doesn't like that call, but when there's contact, repeated contact, it's an easy call for the official. The other thing, Hippolyte, on one of the earlier fouls that he got in the right corner, they had a nice trap going, but he came down. His hand came down and made contact. It's an easy call for the officials.
Turgeon loses the fight there for the ball. Wilson loses control.
Yeah, it's helter-skelter. So the Westwood, it's almost like they're intimidated by playing a Division I opponent. You know, they just got to calm down a little bit. Do the things that are opening up. I think the pressure that Bridgewater-Raynham is showing, Westwood could take advantage of it. They can gash them for some easy baskets.
Bridgewater with some more nice, good passing. Gets it inside out. Shot no good. It's going to be off 43. That's Tony Fernandez.
Yeah, it's a tough call. I thought that might have gone over to Bridgewater-Raynham, but official was right on top of it, so better angle than I had.
Tough pass inside. It's intercepted. Easy layup. It's Carl Akins. The trap comes and he's standing still. You need to expect that to happen. You're catching the pass and then he's turning to assess. And the assessment is you're double covered, you're trapped.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, the Trojans press is really giving Westwood issues. You know, they're going exactly where the defense wants them to go, into those corners, and you're in jail.
Wilson, he's going to try his chance bringing the ball up. He's guarded by Alves, coach's son. Tough pass across to Eng, and he gets fouled. It's Connor Rubenskis.
Yeah, Westwood struggling here in the second quarter. 20-8, 4:19 to play. Trojans on a bit of a run here. Gaffney will come back in. Westwood's going to go small to try to break the press. Gaffney will replace Herbert. As I mentioned, Gaffney, one of 4 captains, the only junior. Nick Anderson from the corner. Corner 3. And that's going to be Westwood ball. Ball was deflected off of number 42. That was Anthony DeBeeb.
I see.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Jack Armstrong.
Jack Armstrong, excuse me.
Wilson. Anderson trying again. Nope. Just not happening for the Wolverines from downtown.
Good open look, though.
It's the right shot to take. They're just not falling. And Turgeon comes out, and in comes Riley.
Yeah, Patrick Riley, nice addition to the team, another sophomore, having a strong early season. Nice interior pass.
Good inside-out game by the Trojans. We're going to have over the back call.
That's Fernandez's second, I believe.
Yeah, he was well over the back of Jonathan Ing, who had established position down low. And
I take it back. It's his third, so three personal.
Anytime a starter gets 3 in the first half, you got to go after him. Nice pass by Riley. Anderson's layup is good.
Nice job, Patrick Riley. Like I said, giving some quality minutes to the Wolverines.
Cuts the lead to 10. 20-10 our score. Bridgewater out in front of Westwood. Cross-court pass. They get it down low.
Nice
Bumped by Ing. Cuts off the penetration. Nicely done. See, I'm noticing Bridgewater, when they're receiving the pass, they're looking where they're going to pass. They're not assessing what happens once they catch it. They're assessing as the ball's coming into them.
Yeah, they're much crisper ball distribution. They're effectively using the skip pass. We've seen about 5 or 6 skip passes. Armstrong.
No good. Pass knocked back to Anderson, but he gets him ahead to Riley. Moving the ball. The air ball layup.
Well, right when Anderson received that ball, Steve St. Martin said, "Nice pass, Reed." A little bit of coaching sarcasm by St. Martin.
It kind of underscores, though, the problems they're having shooting from the outside, though. One of their best shooters, air balls, 3. Good position inside the Trojans. That was Sam Brown who skipped it ahead over to Tony Fernandez, who puts in an easy layup.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, in a 2-3, when you're playing the 2-3 zone defense, how you let, that interior position, how you give that up. So, once the ball goes up, and the rebound comes, to Fernandez, you're in jail. Herbert seals off Alves.
Riley trailing. Nicely done by Pat Riley. Good feed by Nick Anderson.
And the lead is 8, 22-14. Westwood trying to climb back into this before halftime.
Well, with Hippolyte on the bench, they have a chance for some stops. It's the air ball. We're going to have a push by Reed Wilson on Sam Brown, who was receiving that air ball as a, maybe that was a pass.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, we don't have the luxury of replay. Our budget hasn't quite expanded to that level, Chris, at this point. But, it's another play where the shot is up and Westwood just that's looked like a lane violation there. I thought that was
a shot, but he gets the rebound ahead to his team for another chance.
So regardless of whether that was a lane violation.
Gaffney ahead to Riley. He's going to slow things up.
Yeah, regardless of whether that was a lane violation or came over the line before the ball hit the rim, somebody from Westwood has to box out the shooter.
No box
so again,
out.
They're basic things.
I was the shooter, the first one in.
Yeah. Things, we're coming off of a big in-town victory, Chris, yesterday in my 6th grade team. But quite frankly, we're seeing things right now that I'd be coaching my 6th grade in-town team on.
This weak side is open if they could just get it over to the weak side. A weak side cutter. Anderson's reverse layup finds nothing. Quickly ahead to Armstrong. Riley contests. Armstrong misses his layup.
Nice patience by Ing. Riley looking to push.
Gaffney's shot cannot find the bottom.
Yeah, and Gaffney, he's made some great cuts to the basket, just unable to finish.
Okay, with 1:23 left in this second quarter, having only scored 14 points, it's disheartening, but they're only down by 8.
Yeah, the defense actually hasn't played terrible. Again, they've taken a couple of plays off, really about giving position. That's going to be another, nice save by Armstrong. Another skip pass. Yet another skip pass.
Rosario, front rim miss. Gaffney ahead to Riley. Back on defense. Quickly are the Trojans. Gonna have it knocked out of bounds off the Trojans.
20 seconds on the shot clock. 48.3 to play here in the first half.
there's the trap on the ball again. We're going to have a jump.
That'll be a turnover.
Coach St. Martin yelling out supposed to instructions, which kind of indicates they not quite sure what to do here against when the ball is trapped here.
And the Trojans effectively running their big baseline against this 2-3 zone. 12 seconds to shoot.
Alves inside.
Yeah,
finds
nice
his teammate.
And again, nobody's going to take it out, and clock's running. So again, 6 seconds.
Long shot by Gaffney, misses off the front of the rim, and that ends our first half.
Yeah, disappointing end. Westwood, I thought they played really well down the stretch. Again, a little bit of panic still in them. So see if St. Martin can calm things down here in the second half. You're only down 10, while your offense has really struggled against the press, against the 1-2-2/2-3 zone. Again, there's opportunities for Westwood.
There are, and obviously the biggest problem they face is this press. But the second is when they do get open looks, they're missing them.
Yeah.
And it's obviously the threes are not all going to fall, but they're missing the 12 to 15 footers, and they've missed some layups too. So
yep.
I don't know if words are going to make the ball go through the basket easier, but they got to do something to turn this around at the half.
Yeah, and before we go to the break here, I just want to thank Westwood Media Center for all that they do. Ryan David is the cameraman for all of the boys' high school games. It's part of his senior independent project. Does a great job. Also, a special shout out to Conlin Healthcare. They're sponsoring both the boys and girls basketball program and allowing Westwood Media Center to cover all of the games. So shout out to Westwood Media Center as well as Conlin Healthcare, and to Chris. Thanks for coming out on a Sunday night and doing the play-by-play with me. So we'll be back in just a few seconds, or pretty much right about now, because we're not going to run any ads. So we'll see you in a second. And we're back. For us, it was about a 10-minute break. For you at home, it's a
click.
It's a click. So we're just upon the second half, kicking off here. Westwood again trailing by 10. Really struggled early in that second quarter. Turned things around and put some nice trips together, played some nice defense, and gave up a late basket. They had cut it to 8. Again, Westwood, hanging in there, playing pretty good defensively, but the Trojans are effectively running their big baseline. So when Westwood's in the 2-3, they've got to do a better job of picking him up. The Trojans have gotten a few easy layups and +1s and a couple. And then on the offensive side, like you said, Chris, you gotta have a little bit more patience. They're freaking out. Not necessarily a basketball term, but
no, that's as aptly put as you could do it. So they're playing young right now. I mean, even the seniors, they have 3 seniors on the floor right now and 2 sophomores. 2 sophomores being John Ing and Jack Turgeon. And they just need to play with more composure. And right here, he stepped over the backcourt. The trap came, an instant turnover, and that's just, you can't compete, especially against a Division I opponent.
And again, you've got your point guard at the center court circle, and your big is in the middle of the paint. You got to flash up. You got to give him some outlets.
But again, it's almost like the trap came as a surprise. There's the skip pass across to Rubenskis. No good. Herbert with the board. See if Westwood could get something. A flash down low to Herbert. His shot contested by Fernandez. Nicely done. It stays Wolverine ball.
That was a nice defensive play by Fernandez, and I really like Nick Anderson going up strong.
It was a good cut. Good find. Wilson looking for something. Good hands defense by Brown. Boy, every pass is contested here. Cross court. Turgeon chases it down.
7 seconds to shoot.
Anderson inside to Herbert. Back out. Turgeon shot. Fails to hit the mark.
Alves comes out of the pack with the rebound.
Brown skips it outside to Hippolyte. Anderson does not. He gets position but doesn't get the ball. This is going to be a backcourt. No.
Yeah,
Yes, he did.
His foot was
landed just.
And again, two guys in their 40s, a play like that, I probably would have ripped my hamstring, maybe my groin. It would have been bad. It would have been
Sports
ugly.
are left to the youth and Tom Brady.
Exactly. You're not. You mean that TV 12? You're not going down to.
Haven't made my way down there yet. Here comes the trap on the ball again. Ings pass to Turgeon.
And they were bailed out.
Intercepted. Yeah, that's essentially what happened.
Maybe Westwood, I was going to say, maybe go 6. See if you can break the press with 6 players.
See if anyone notices. Lazy pass in there to Riley.
Yeah, and you heard St. Martin say ball fakes strong passes. These lob passes are not going to cut it when you've got an aggressive team effectively winning most of the 50-50 balls.
In the corner to Turgeon. He's trapped there. Doesn't know what to do. And meanwhile, throughout this whole possession, it's never changed possession, so the shot clock just keeps ticking down. They're going to find themselves with 2 seconds to shoot the ball. And it's going to be a lengthy possession, but no good shot. Herbert collapsed on, loses his dribble.
Reed Wilson's got to
Wilson's going to try. Back iron miss. Riley with some nice hustle. Ball still ends up in the hands of Bridgewater.
Yeah, I like the spark though. Westwood's bench got up and
Hippolyte, no good, no box, foul on Herbert because he's coming from the outside too late and he's got some body contact.
Yeah, it was a nice cut by Rubenskus.
Connor Rubenskus.
Yeah, Connor did a nice job. The Bridgewater-Raynham team, great positioning on the offensive glass.
They're reading the play long before Westwood is.
Al's
so deep. Extends the lead to 13. 6 minutes left in this third quarter. 27-14. Another long loopy pass tipped out of bounds by Fernandez.
In the dreaded corner for Westwood. Let's see if they can execute here. Jonathan Ing wide open underneath. Again, they're not
calling for the ball, but they just can't get it to him. Riley's shot won't go.
Nice job, Jonathan Ing.
Nice job. John does a really nice job.
It's one of the stats that Westwood takes in every game is offensive fouls drawn. So Jonathan Ing with the first for Westwood. Okay, we got effectively an extended 1-2-2, and there comes the trap. Nice swing by Westwood.
Cutting Herbert's pass, intercepted. Riley goes in and out, ball tipped away. His pass for Turgeon, knocked away by Sam Brown. His layup contested by Riley, no good. Turgeon quickly back the other way. And he's trapped. Gets it to Riley.
Even in a rebound transition, you've got a full court press by Bridgewater-Raynham.
They're just quicker. Block. Herbert's bunny won't go. Hippolyte. Pull up.
Rubenskus with a rebound. Oh, you know what? And on that play, I actually agree with that play. And you know why I agree with that play? Because Herbert needs to stand strong and take it. He was falling back.
Yeah.
You're afraid of that contact. Take it strong, right to your chest. It's an offensive foul every time. I mean, he did a nice job. Great positioning by Herbert. But then if you play it back at home, you'll see that he was falling back.
Yeah, he gave up ground. You can't do that.
Now, again, easier said than done when you got a guy coming right at you. And score it.
So Fernandez completes a three-point play. 30-14 our score. Just under 5 minutes left to go in this third quarter. Hands up, defense. They're having their way with the Wolverines on defense. Westwood cannot get anything close to the basket. he trapped in the corner again.
Yeah, I thought Jack Turgeon had the baseline there. He was going to go baseline, try to up and under. James McGowan, freshman, comes into the game for Westwood.
Errant pass inbounds. Collected there by Hippolyte. He's in. And we have I'm not sure what the call on the dunk was.
There was a delay of game warning. Hippolyte on the loud layup, we'll call it. The ball came out and his right hand pushed it away.
Wow. They have a travel call right before Fernandez was going to take it easy too, back the other way.
I thought in that play, actually, Gaffney, that was not a travel. I thought he dribbled into a hop step, but it looked like a travel.
It looked odd.
It looked odd, but it was. I think that's just a hop step.
Hippolyte takes a seat after his loud layup, as you put it.
Yeah, and once again, once upon a time, right about now, if I tried that, actually I could never do what he did, but it would be followed by traction and
32-14 our score. Back and forth deep is Alves. His shot extends the lead, 35-14 now.
We mentioned, again, early in the game that Alves and Hippolyte are two of the guys that Westwood needed to contain, and they've really started to flex their muscles.
Westwood has not scored so far this quarter.
Yeah, good call.
Reach and foul there on Mark Willis, who finds himself in the game, I think, for the first time today.
Yeah, Willis, a senior,
but with a 21-point lead, seems like it might be a good time for him to get some non-starters in.
Fawaz Alupaju into the game for Westwood.
McGowan tries it. No good. Herbert, the putback is good. First points this half for Westwood. And Alves pass errant.
Some accidental defense for Westwood. So James McGowan, a freshman. They're asking him to play the 1/2. He'll take that all. Ooh, I was going to say he'll take that all day, every day.
Gaffney from the corner. That's good.
Knocks down. Great to see Owen Gaffney with a nice stroke there. Westwood looking to make a run. Rubenskis. The Alves. Travel, nice call.
Travel there on Shane Feeney. He was cutting nicely, but he just had a little happy feet.
Yeah, a little indecision, a little shift. Shift of his feet. James Tavalone in for Westwood. Nice, gets it over to James McGowan.
Into Herbert, trying to get it over to Alupaju, but...
Yeah, and I thought Herbert might have traveled there before he got the pass off. Again, Bridgewater-Raynham do a very nice job of collapsing. So even though they're putting all this trapping pressure up front on the guards, once the ball gets down to the bigs, it seems like there's 3 or 4 guys on you right at once. So 35-19, Westwood trailing by 16.
That shot's off the mark. A lot of boxing out, but not much going for the ball there.
Well, I'll tell you though, that was a nice job. If you look at Thomas Herbert on that play, he did such a nice job of boxing off that he caused Rubenskis to struggle. So maybe a little bit more of that. Just commit to the box out.
Ball knocked away. Stays Westwood ball.
Heads up play by Alupaju to not try to save it. Tough inbounding position for Gaffney.
Gets it into Tavalone. Trying to look inside, but can't find anybody. McGowan with a cross, gets it back. His shot. Finds it.
James Tavalone, first point of the night. Cuts the lead to 13, 35-22. Westwood, the bench is up.
Trying to get their teammates on the floor into this The Wolverines on the bench are being as loud as they've been so far tonight. Rubinska's shot from deep. Fails to find the mark. Rebound, Tavalone. Back the other way of the Wolverines. He's going to try it again. Just off the mark. Loose ball, rebound. We're going to be scrum on the floor. We had a jump ball. Thomas Herbert doing a nice job getting down there, getting dirty.
We've seen Steve St. Martin screaming timeout in a situation like that in the past. Thought he might call timeout. Only
it didn't appear that anyone other than Herbert had claim to that position, but someone must have had a hand in there to cause that jump ball call. Little court maintenance. High school, we don't have guys with brooms, so we do it ourselves.
So Westwood, bit of a run here.
Long pass ahead. That's Mark Willis, trapped. Leaves Alves open. In and out as the three. Alupaju, the only one down there in the white shirt. He's going to commit the foul, looks like.
You are correct, Chris. Alupaju with his first personal. It's going to be 4 on Westwood. First one is true. Anthony Fernandez, a senior. Definitely gives the Trojans some interior strength. 2 for 2 from the line.
Bridgewater again with the press. Tavalone ahead quickly. Ball knocked out by Alves.
Yeah, and you see that again in the Trojans there. They can even get beat, and Owls with some make-up speed, able to knock the ball out of bounds.
Gaffney with a pull-up jumper. Can't find the bottom. Herbert's putback won't go. Fernandez comes out with it. Dribbling, thinks a second about it. Gets it over to guards.
Fernandez giving a nice play by Alupaju. Alupaju being a suggestion by Coach St. Martin to lay out there. But I was mentioning Fernandez giving the Trojans some strength. I'll tell you, that was a strong rebound down the other end and ripping it out of 3 Westwood Wolverines' hands.
He wanted it more. There's Hippolyte. They've had some late baskets. They're just killers, backbreakers after they come back into it. Joey Noon checking in for the first time today for Owen Gaffney. 32 seconds left in this quarter and 29 on the shot clock.
Westwood finding themselves down 18 again.
McGowan with some nice dribbling. Gets it to Tavalone. Alupaju, guarded by Hippolyte, my 2 favorite names in the TVL. Skip pass. Ends up in Tavalone's hands, and he's got another 3.
So we don't give hockey assists here, but nice job by Noon in the corner. They came and trapped him.
McGowan, good hands defense. Knocks to the ball. Oh my goodness. Hippolyte. Are you kidding me? About a half-court shot from 3. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so Chris, this may be our chance. We may be making ESPN, so we'll send this tape in. Hippolyte, actually, he had 2.5 seconds on the clock, so he had a little bit of time.
He had time.
But you know what? That's boring. What Hippolyte did was not boring. So backbreaker for Westwood. They're down 18. They did a really nice job. I was mentioning in the corner here, Joey Noon just into the game, found himself in the corner of the trap. Had poise, got the ball out, nice swing from Alupaju over to Tavalone in the corner for the 3. Westwood, a bit of a run, but then here comes Hippolyte.
Yeah.
So nothing you can do on that, by the way. You tip your cap and you try to just get some positive stops here in the fourth quarter.
Well, Westwood was on pace at keeping Bridgewater-Raynham to 24 points at the half. They're on pace for 48. Now, after the third quarter is played, Bridgewater-Raynham has 43, so they did give up a bit more on defense in the third quarter. Offensively, they put together 11 points, they themselves, and they only managed 14 in the first half. So you could say their offense came alive. And in large part, that was James Tavalone, 6 points for the senior coming off the bench.
Yeah, it's great to see James in here, knocking some shots down. He gives them something that they've been lacking. Again, they've been inconsistent from the outside. I mean, Nick Anderson has been one of the better three-point shooters. I think he's only gotten one off tonight and was not able to convert. James Tavalone, a very strong three-point shooter. He's knocked, I believe, 1 for 2.
So here's just something to consider. There's one starter on the court right now for one player. Thomas Herbert started this game, and he's the only one on the court still. It's kind of a comment on tonight's game and who's being effective. Joey Noon, inside-out game back to McGowan. Loops to Herbert. Herbert's shot can't find the net. Hippolyte brings it up. Skip pass. Good ball movement back and forth by the Trojans. Uncontested. Shot misses the mark. James McGowan with the rebound.
Ooh, looked like Herbert had a nice seal down low.
Good job by Herbert getting the ball up there against Fernandez, but contested just enough to throw it off the mark. Gets it inside to Fernandez. His shot won't fall.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I really like those 2 trips for Herbert. He's a bit gassed right now, but on the offensive trip, he did a lot of nice things, took it strong into Fernandez, unable to come up with it, and then came down and got the block.
Westwood showing a little bit of patience here. Herbert's shot well short on that.
Yeah, that was some tired legs on that shot. Jonathan Ing will come in and take Herbert.
Leaving the weak side jumper open. Oh, in and out twice, I think. Tavalone gets the miss.
Yeah, do you give him 1.5 points for that? I mean, it was halfway down. That's not the way basketball works, I guess.
Herbert to McGowan.
McGowan, excuse me. Yeah, that was a bit rushed.
Yeah. Alves with the layup, missed.
That is, I'll tell you, let's see if this basket goes in.
Yeah.
And, the basket didn't go in, so now I'm going to call the foul. Of course, maybe that or he just lost control of his whistle. One of the two.
So the call was on Herbert. Thought the call was going to be against McGowan. That's Herbert's third. Yeah.
Again, we're up in the rafters here, as Johnny Most would say back in the day. Not the angle, the best angle, but I would disagree with that call.
Second shot is short. Scrum for the rebound, and Mr. Alupaju gets it. And we're going to have a jump ball call, and stays Bridgewater's ball.
And then, Westwood doing a better job. They're laying it on the line. Again, you may get beat. You may be outclassed from a talent point of view, but you can never be outclassed from an effort point of view.
44-25 is our score. Fourth quarter early on, 5:40 left to go in this one. Alves from deep, shot barely catches rim. Alupaju with the rebound, but he's stepping on the line.
Yeah, nice job, nice box out. Again, hustle play. A little unfortunate for the Wolverines.
Shot failed to
hit
the rim, so they're.
That was I'll give credit to the officials there. He was able to not only correct the shot clock reset, but also tell him exactly what it was at.
Nice passing by the Trojans.
Rosario unable to convert.
Gowan with a weak bounce pass. Rosario knocks it out of bounds.
Yeah, McGowan thought that Rosario had committed to him, and right as he was going to pass it, bounce pass to Lupaju coming down the sideline. It's one of those ones where you know you're in trouble. But Westwood not, it won't cost them.
Joey Noon skips it over to Gaffney. Drives baseline. He's going to be fouled.
And he's going to go up for 2.
It's like Sam Brown called on that one.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, the Coach Alice for the Trojans saying, he's behind the backboard. He can't hurt us there. Go straight up. A lot of times, what we're seeing with Bridgewater-Raynham is they're coming down. Again, it's an easy call for the officials.
More missed shots for the Wolverines.
Yeah, they're now 1 for 3 from the free throw line. Again, it's another, it's indicative of the lack of penetration. Jonathan Ng with the rebound. Joey Noon.
Shot blocked. Quickly ahead to Hippolyte.
Hippolyte now with 24 points.
24 of the 46.
And of course, I just made that up. I'm not really sure if he has 24, but it sounds good.
Well, I do know they have 46.
So that's 50% accuracy.
Ng. Shot won't fall, but he's fouled.
Yeah, it looks like he's a bit bloody, it looks like. Yeah, I think Jonathan Ng is bloody. In hockey, this would be a 5-minute major. But again,
after he shoots these 2, he's going to come out.
Yeah, I think he's going to come out now.
He's going to come out. Designate. Thomas Herbert will shoot for him.
So again, one of the Bridgewater-Raynham players will go to the penalty box for 5 minutes. Yeah, that's actually a good gash.
Being cared for right in front of us. A bird's eye view of this medical procedure. And they're going to clean up the floor.
Yeah, by the way, Chris, I'm not good with blood, so if I pass out.
I'm not good with passed out people.
There you go. Geez, we're a mess.
Matt Gillis.
Matt Gillis,
doing everything.
The athletic director, he does it all.
Herbert finds the bottom of the net with the first one.
Herbert with a nod to Jonathan Ng. Jonathan gets credit for half of these points.
How does that work?
Yet again, I'm making up all kinds of new rules. Not exactly how it works. So I guess one to Ng, 1 to Herbert, something like that.
Sure, why not?
So because you're taken out for a medical for blood, you are actually MIA rules. You are able to go back into the game. So.
No call there. We have Anthony DeBeeb in the game.
And we were saying at halftime, great hair.
Yeah. And now he's on the stat sheet.
Yeah, there you go. And you were saying that you could never pull off that kind of hair, right?
No, it sadly will never.
No, I'm
never make it that long.
I'm the cowlick king myself, so if I ever tried that, it would not be pretty.
Again, inside of Herbert. It's contested. Ball tried to be saved by Alves, but he had stepped out of bounds prior to touching that. So it stays Westwood ball. 48-27 our score. Bridgewater no longer employing the press. They obviously don't need to with a 21-point lead, 4 minutes left to go. But Westwood's still unable to find much offense, except for James Tavalone. Hit that 3 twice in the third quarter.
Good open shot by Joey Noon, unable to convert. Westwood shooting under 10% from downtown.
Good passing by the Trojans once again.
Lupaju goes up high for the board.
Floater by McGowan. No good.
Yep.
And we get a foul called on Anthony Dabib.
That is Dabib. Yep.
Not sure how to pronounce that,
Yeah,
but
we're gonna go with Dabib.
Dabib sounds fine.
Another substitution for Bridgewater-Raynham is number 31, Jonathan Revel.
A little surprised to see Hippolyte still in there at this point in the game. Joey Noon, no good.
Yeah, that's going to be a foul on James James McGowan. 5 team fouls for both Westwood and Bridgewater-Raynham, so 3:40 to go here. It looks like be fairly long three on the way.
Good box out by Herbert. Lupaju finds Gaffney. He finds the net.
Gaffney's second three-pointer. Gaffney now with 6 points.
48-30 our score. 3 minutes left in the fourth. And Hippolyte wants another addition to the scoreboard, but misses the mark.
I tell you, this is a time and score issue. If you're Coach Alves,
good hands there by Lupaju.
if you're Coach Alves, I mean, you're wondering why Hippolyte's taking a three-pointer 5 seconds into the shot clock. Five seconds into the shot clock, Hippolyte takes a three-pointer. You're up 18. So, I mean, if I'm Coach Alves, I mean, I'm calling a timeout saying take every possession down. Better job by Bridgewater-Raynham on this possession. Skip pass again.
Good hands by Herbert. Intercepts that pass.
Weston needs to start stroking it from downtown. Gaffney, three-pointer on the way, it's off. Oh, that's gonna be a jump ball, Westwood ball. Nice job by Owen Gaffney. Patrick Riley will come in. It looks like, actually a couple of folks are gonna come. We got James Tavalone coming into the game. As well as John Hawat.
I could be wrong, but I think I see in our audience Westwood alumni from last year's team, Tim Giovino,
You are correct. Bemis? Yes, there has been a Giovino and Bemis sighting. A lot of the college freshmen and sophomores back.
A trap causing problems again.
Yeah, two jump balls in a row for Owen Gaffney. This one will go over to Bridgewater-Raynham. Yeah, a lot of the college kids still back at home, to their parents' delight or dismay.
Still got a couple weeks left,
depending on the kid.
Or the size of the house.
Yeah. You're in that same boat.
Yeah, I have 2 home from school right now.
Three-pointers on the way and knocked down.
James Feeney.
Yeah, James Feeney. First outside shot for Feeney, knocks it down. Westwood down 19. Tavalone. Nice interior pass by Hawat. Give Hawat the assist, gets it into Herbert. Nice job.
Quick timeout called for St. Martin to get some subs in.
Yeah, we got Shea McCusker as well as Jackson Seeley. Shea McCusker, a junior. Jackson Seeley with a steal.
The pass can't find its mark. Long pass back the other way are the Trojans. Reverse layup.
Yeah, that was nice.
Nicely done.
Nice job by number 31, Jonathan Revel. John Hawat goes strong to the hoop.
A little lefty floater, no good. Stays Westwood ball.
So 34.5 seconds to play. Again, Jackson Seeley did a nice job of that steal down the other end and came down and nice hustle.
Can't hang on to the pass. And Jackson Seeley making his presence known in the stat book. Gets his first foul.
So Westwood will go to 2 and actually 3 wins for Westwood.
They have 2 wins.
2, so
2 and
6.
4. 2 and 5.
2 and 5. Excuse me.
If we count the holiday tournament wins, a win over Sharon, loss to Hingham. So this will put them at a 2 and 6 mark for all games played.
Yeah, from a division. Yeah, that's going to be oof. Dabib ties up James Tavalon and go over to Westwood. So this game, I believe, is an exempt game, right? So I mean, from a tournament perspective, you're playing a Division I team. I don't think they hold this against
you. It can only help you. I don't. This won't necessarily hurt you, but it certainly won't help Bridgewater. I mean, to beat up a Division II opponent as a Division I. I mean, it counts as a win, but
correct. Yeah. So James Tavalon, by the way, Westwood did win the last 15 seconds of this game, 3-0. Tavalon knocks down the 3. So unfortunately, Westwood will fall, 53-37. And I think tonight the better team won. The Westwood had real issues containing Hippolyte and Alves, but it wasn't just those two. I mean, there a lot of nice things that this Bridgewater-Raynham team did.
Very crisp passing. They run their offense extremely well and disciplined. They didn't deviate. They knew exactly one of 3 people who they were going to pass the ball to every time they themselves received a pass. Very well coached team. Clearly an outstanding basketball team, but very athletic as well. They know their strengths. They play to those strengths, and their trap was just merciless against the Wolverines.
Yeah, and I mean, you don't want too many more of these games where you can really learn from. But when Coach St. Martin breaks down the tape, I mean, there are going to be a lot of things that this team can improve on. Again, just their poise. I think they did a better job in the second half against the press, but still not good enough. I mean, you've got to gash a team that is overcommitting like that. You've got to get layups. And Westwood, it seemed like they were just happy to get the ball over half court.
Yeah, that seemed to be they were happy with that. And then once that happened, they did not get any offensive looks, any good offensive looks. And when they did, they didn't fall.
Yeah, so again, I just want to give another shout out, Westwood Media Center. Thank you for everything you do. To Conlin Healthcare, they've stepped up in a big way to sponsor both the boys and girls basketball program. And for Ryan David doing, again, a great job.
Westwood's next opponent is on Tuesday, the 9th of January against Holliston. So we'll travel to Holliston to play that game, so we will not be with them.
So again, from Bader Gymnasium, I'm Mike Gay.
And I'm Chris Paff.
We'll see you next time.